Why do we have no audio? I don't think I have it muted on this output, do I? I do have it muted on this output. Okay. That explains that. Now, why are we not seeing the game? Because I have the source hidden. There we go. Not getting too bad with that. Now how... Ignore the random characters I have there. Okay, so this is how they're doing game version now. Instead of like the little banners down here. If you click him, it forces you to it. Okay. Just welcome. For those of you that don't know, did my camera screw up? Why did the camera screw up? Why? As I'm making myself bigger because I'm using the mouse wheel, so let me fix that. I think the camera has broken in a way that's not fixable, and I think it's just I probably need to get a new camera, honestly. There's the Elgato face cam or whatever. It might be time to switch cameras. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can fix this. But for those that don't know, Blizzard today announced new Diablo content. And let's see if this calibrates. Yeah, it's scuffed. Let me work on the camera. And that content covers Diablo 2 Resurrected, Diablo Immortal, and Diablo 4. Across the three of them, they are all getting Warlock as a class. It's kind of like an expansion because it's a separate version of the game, right, of Warlock for Diablo 2 Resurrected. There's also new Uber Boss, and a new rune word, I believe, and they've also added a lot of quality of life for their stash. So gems now stack in the stash, and they have their own tab. Runes are the same way, they stack. There's also something they added called a Chronicle, which kind of acts like a Grail tracker, but I don't know if it's per character. Yeah, I think it's just a single new rune word that they added. Well, let me see if I can fix the camera real quick. Hold on. Is it because of the VTube software? Like, camera off? Camera on. Yeah, let me try launching VTube Studio. Oh, did it add more than one? Okay. No, let me change the port my camera is plugged into. Sometimes that fixes it. Well, MWG also said more than that. Alright, it looks like no camera for me. Might need to like actually do a restart to get the camera back. It's not even showing up in my device manager. So I solved one problem that I was having, one hardware problem, and still have another one. So okay. Let's get us a name. Actually, you know what? I don't want to clean slate this with the save file. Give me a second. What is the save folder path? That's under the username and then saved games. Yeah, that's right. Directed. Oh, there's some new files in here. Starter. It's an FLTR file type. Oh, that's the filters. Okay. Yeah, they added loot filters. And there's a loot filter.json in here now. I think. We go lobby real quick, and then set lobby. Oh, it's okay. Let me relaunch the game. Relaunch. I think I ever noticed that expand before. Right here, Patricia the Warlock. That's what I would assume. His classic has a separate one as well. Ah, loot filter and chronicle down. It's okay. Or in the pause menu. You want to have what? So we can check out the new character. He just has his weapon float.
Greetings, stranger. I'm not surprised to see your kind here. Many adventurers have traveled this way since the recent troubles began. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that. But a Dark Wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago. He was headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the Wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging the countryside. Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lutgolain before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive then, I'll take you along. You should talk to Akara, too. She seems to be the leader of this camp. Maybe she can tell you more.
I am Akara, High Priestess of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. I welcome you, traveler,
I
to our
broke the
camp.
scroll.
I'm afraid I can offer you but poor shelter within these rickety walls. You see, our ancient sisterhood has fallen under a strange curse. The mighty citadel from which there is a...
We've heard the chats before. Let's take a look though before we run out actually. Got Chaos, Eldritch, and Demon. Plasma Bolt fires a bolt of darkness that releases a cloud of entropy. Magic damage. What do we got? Ring of Fire. It's a volley of expanding hellfire in all directions that pushes enemies away. And I guess it deals plus 5% fire damage per turn that it pushes them. Lethargy, like sigil on the ground that slows and weakens enemies. Okay, let's see that being useful on bosses. Sigil on the ground that enrages those who enter and has a chance for enemies to attack one another. That's like confuse, like an area of effect confuse. Miasma chain, summon shadowy chains that emit a suffocating miasma between you and the target. It deals magic damage over time. Flame Wave, rolling wall of fire that burns the ground in its wake. Flame Wave was like cool concept in Diablo 1, but felt terrible in execution. Sigil on the ground that hastens the death of injured enemies in a violent explosion. Of slain enemies' health. Plays enemies with less than 13% health. Okay, interesting. Prove your mastery over the entropic forces of shadow magic. You're going to tear in the fabric of reality, which pulls enemies close before violently collapsing. Pentagram that engulfs all enemies in hellfire. Reduces enemy fire resistance for Apocalypse's damage. Interesting. It's also interesting that it's fire damage, when in Diablo 1 it's physical damage. The weapon requirements minus 2% looks pretty nice. And magic damage. That's interesting that they give a physical damage path, basically. Absorbs 15 damage. Gets bonuses from Cleave and Levitation Mastery. Well, the fact that this gets points from Levitation Mastery, you could probably at least 1 point that. If not 20 point it, yeah. Okay, orb. Oh, that's like a little teleport in a way. Okay. It's that they will erupt when hit. Weapon don't pair enemies. Magic damage. Weapon extract the life force of slain enemies. Attack with mirror duplicates of your weapon. Okay. What's under a demon? Enhances your summoned and bound demons. Summon Goatman. Summon Tainted. Summon Defiler. And Bind a Demon is a level 30 skill. Teleport and attack an enemy. Oh, that's cool. You can use that to, like, better control your demons. Blood Oath. Find the life force of your demon to protect from enemy attacks. Just all for... Okay, that's basically just buffs. Sacrifice your demon in exchange for power. Summon or bind a demon to learn its secrets. Grants blood to damage nearby enemies. That's like a corpse explosion of sorts. But like for your summon. Or heal and empower your demon by feeding it a corpse. So... it says sacrifice your demon. It says summon or bind a demon to learn its secrets. This one, Deathmark? Yeah, it's basically like a... Are you talking about this one or this one? In the mid? So Deathmark? That seems like it's like a way to control... Yeah. It does lower the defense of the demon that you're sending, but... It seems like a way to kind of control what your demon is targeting. I don't know what I want to try. And what are the restrictions on, like, binding a demon? It also says force an injured demon to do your bidding. So do you have to... Is it like Pokemon? You have to damage them before you can capture them?
These creatures of darkness shall yield to me, or perish.
I don't know why, but the levitating weapon is just amusing to me. At least with the dagger, it's kind of funny.
Another den of evil. Let's root them all out.
It's funny, I like don't even want to, at least for the moment, use the ability. Although I should see what it looks like. I'm just having fun with the floating deck. Enemies. Or I could do the fire side. Oh, give me that. Something about the way he stands feels a little... The way he attacks, like, with his melee as well, it feels like... He's just like, eh. Like, I get he's levitating the weapon, so, like, it's not necessarily gonna look like he's doing a whole lot of effort into the attacks, but...
The evil of this place departs with me.
You have cleansed the den of evil. You've earned my trust, and may yet restore my faith in humanity. The reward is training in the skill of your choice.
What do I want to... Like, the weapon requirements minus 2% does seem cool. But... could go Summoner, but I don't know how I feel about going Summoner. that's cool. They get bonus from Death Mark. They get a bonus from Blood Boil. Interesting. Violet has no synergy. Yeah, it was live from the announcement. Wait, how much damage does yeah, he is voice acted. You can't switch over to legacy graphics though, which makes sense because they would have had to make legacy graphics for everything related, right?
Welcome, Outlander, to our glorious hovel. I know you're here to challenge the evil that's driven us from our ancestral home. But know this. Akara may be our spiritual leader, but I command the rogues in battle. It will take more than just killing a few beasts in the wilderness to earn my trust. My rogue scouts have just reported an abomination in the monastery graveyard. Apparently, Andariel is not content to take only our living. Bloodraven, one of our finest captains in the battle against Diablo at Tristram, was also one of the first to be corrupted by Andariel. Now you'll find her in the monastery graveyard, raising our dead as zombies. We cannot abide this defilement. If you are truly our ally, you will help us destroy her. Good evening.
Yeah, daggers are over here now. I'm guessing books aren't buyable.
Hi there, I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp. It's good to see some strong adventurers around here. Many of our sisters fought bravely against Diablo when he first attacked the town of Tristram. They came back to us true veterans, bearing some really powerful items. Seems like their victory was short-lived, though.
I wonder what the impact on, like,
By Andariel.
necromancer builds that use daggers are, with daggers being moved over there and possibly showing up less frequently, and then also probably being more expensive with the plus warlock skills. Oh, we don't levitate the shield.
Good day to you, partner. I'm Guy, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken.
And noobs didn't know any better.
Some gold, a small gem.
I mean, it's a build you can do. People are free to do it if they choose to do so.
No, don't be shy. All of my items are guaranteed for life and come with a 2-day warranty.
That's got increased stack size as well. Nice. I mean, some people might enjoy that. Like how just like foregone ability and just we're an Amazon now. We're an Amazon with a floating javelin. I mean, like, the thing with potions is I think they just kind of fell into irrelevancy, partly because they weren't that well thought out, I think, and additionally, like, they were just very different. They didn't have any level restrictions in when Diablo 2 was released. But you also, like, could not just purchase, or you could purchase them, but they'd be like 1 to 2 at a time in the store, if that. So like, that's a 2. So that's a 2 saga though. I feel like they were kind of more intended to be like, you know, hey, if you find one and you're like, I hit things. Not have them block these, thank you. Like if you found one and you happen to cross an elite pack, like you'd whip them out and toss a few, right? To like get some extra damage in the early game. And like if you found one of like the really high, like the 3rd tier ones or whatever, like in the early game, like that'd just be like a noob for a pack of enemies. It might not go full melee, or like full weapon based, or whatever, right? But I figure since I'm leveling up the levitate one for now, to start at least, like, because that is a skill that I'll probably go 20 points into. I might as well focus more on using it, on using weapons at the moment. Nah. They did not create the character in old sprite graphics. It says only available, if I try to switch to the old graphics, it's only available in classic and expansion games. Yeah, I thought, like, that when I was thinking, too, like, they made the new character, I'm like, oh, I wonder if they added it, like, with the legacy graphics as well. But yeah, I get it, too, Bill. Because it's kind of like, it's not just the character sprites that they'd have to create into the old style. They'd also have to do all of the ability effects. So, I can understand restricting it to just new graphics if you're playing in the Reign of Warlock. Expansion? Upgrade? I don't know exactly what to call it. We need to check out the new stash as well, as the stash has changed. Which I think you don't get the upgraded stash unless you buy Reign of Warlock. So you're also getting, I think, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, the stash sounds nice. The fact that you can finally stack things like gems and runes. Like, I kind of get what the original devs were going for with, like, not letting you stack those things. But like, the way that the game evolved, it really should have allowed stacking sooner. Like, back when it came out, like, having a stash in an ARPG was, like, I guess kinda new? I don't know if any other game did it before Diablo 2. But, like, just chug all those potions. I'll take the experience shot. Probably could have saved that experience shrine for going to Stony Field, but Stony Field is a pretty long run, so it is what it is. Thank you. Like, can I get the gold? Just please pick up the gold. Oh, this is let us. Well, okay, we'll clear the cave. We found it. Go through it. I can't carry it. Like, another thing that I kind of liked about the announcement they did is how it almost feels like, in a way, like they wanted to add Warlocks to Diablo 4, but didn't want them to just come out of nowhere. So they, like, decided, you know what, let's add it to multiple names. Let's add the same class to Diablo 2, to Diablo Immortal, and to Diablo 4. So that way, like, lore-wise, like, it's more consistent than just like, oh yeah, Warlocks are just a thing now in Diablo 4, right? Like, I guess that's kind of cool. Like, Diablo 2 Resurrected's Warlock is supposed to be, like, the early days of the Warlock. And then by Diablo 4, like, they were saying, like, it's like he's more, like, reached the pinnacle of his power by that point. Psychic the bow, too? I would assume so.
It's locked.
I mean, they retconned Diablo 1 with Diablo 3, making... that's it. That's the Golden Enchanted pack? No, because I'm not getting cold. Oh, extra strong. That's why this shit fucks. Can we land a hit? Land a hit, thank you. Oh, you know what? The throw attack rating is not boosted by the levitation ability. That's good to know. Actually, I kind of wonder then, are bows impacted by it? Or is it just for melee attacks? I might go fire abilities because, like, much like a fire druid, fire is really good up at least until Nightmare Arcane Sanctuary. So I think probably like the strong fast build is going to be fire to start. Probably not pumping levitate until you're like actually ready for the armor skill, but stuff. I just kind of want to have fun and check out some of the abilities and stuff, so. If fire, turn on P8, watch things die. Are you talking about Druid or Warlock or both? This Fire Druid is really fun, especially once you unlock Fissure, and you can just run around dropping Fissures on everything. Okay, yeah. So throwing knives work the same way, and that the throw attack does not get the bonus attack rating. I wonder if that's intentional. Or if that's an accident. And yes, we are playing softcore right now.
I can't carry anymore.
Some points into energy. What? The most useless stat in all of Diablo 2? I know sometimes it is good to put a few points in there, at least in the early stages of your character, like before you do a Kara reset. Like basically until you get your like Anasteel stuff. What? Put the switch abilities in it, then switch. Probably.
Good day.
Like at the moment though, I'm not using any. Because that's so like there's only really 3 fire skills. And I kinda want at least 1 point in Bargy. Can you summon, like, if you put points into summon Goatman and points into summon Tainted, can you summon one of each? Because I don't see a number that you can summon, so I suspect that you only get 1. At least, like, you know, you put 20 points to summon Goatman, you're still only getting 1 Goatman. He's just going to be fucking buffer, right? 1 at a time like golems? Okay. Okay. So out of these 3, it's kind of like pick your one. If you're gonna get them, yeah. I check out like Summon and Blood Boil. Although I do want Psychic Ward. See, like, so when we looked at this at the start, right, it said it absorbs 60 damage with only, or it said 15 damage. With only 3 points into levitation mastery, it's up to 60 damage absorbed. One of the things that's a little bit different from bone armor, if I'm remembering correctly, bone armor is like a level 1 or 6 skill? I think it's a level 1, and then its synergies are with skills that come after it. Whereas this, it's a later skill, and your synergies come before it. Oh, maybe we will just go like physical. In which case, maybe I should do some dex so that we can hit things a little bit better. I mean, like, we do get bonus attack rating from levitation mastery, but actually plus 60%, damn. Did we lose that if we're... Yeah, we could drop down to 70 attack rating. Interesting, interesting. Kind of tempted to just pump life for the moment, though. I think I probably will drop a little bit into dexterity and strength at some point coming up. But I think to start, I'm just gonna bar vitality a little. Yeah, we'll need that for a belt eventually. We got plenty of time, though. Hey, plus to attack rating, I'll take it. I thought I was hitting I and it like was not closing the inventory. I might have actually been
What
hitting
can I do for you?
E and not realizing it. Because what I'm curious about too is like, you said that I can equip, like I could probably put this spear on. What? I mean, yeah, I can one-hand the spear. And then be doing 4 to 23 damage with a frickin' spear. Granted, I've got normal attack speed instead of fast attack speed. And I can't throw, but that's probably... Oh, but that one's 1 to... See, this is socketed, but I don't have anything to put in it, and that's just 1 to 5 extra fire damage. I think... What I'll do... I know it's probably like a level of micromanaging that I don't really need to worry about at this stage of the game, but I'm gonna grab a spear, or this spear for now, and then when we get something like to socket, if we don't have anything better, we can just toss it in that. I'm also considering like yeah, like these are great for like if I want to do stealth, that's great if I want to do like nadir, I think, or what's the other two? Is there another two? Yeah. Throw is unaffected by it, unfortunately. But like since I am going more of a melee build, at least for the moment, defense might actually kind of like matter a tiny bit, at least in the early stages. So I'm like kind of like a 15 defense skull shield versus 5 defense cap that I don't even have anything to put into at the moment. Like, sure, I could just blaze through and, like, get to Countess and get the runes that I need and everything, but... Let's check out this. So we've got personal shared. Okay, and then that's how they're doing the pages now. I like that. That's cool. And then this is the gems, where you can stack them and stuff. Oh, and you can, like... You might be able to cube them just right from the stash. Or something. That's cool. And then same with materials. That's cool that it shows all of the different And then these are your runes. And it's got them in the level order too. That is cool. Okay, I like the stash. Put both of those in there for. Yeah, like I think this is kind of a long needed QOL. I get why they didn't put it in D2R originally, because they didn't want to stray too far from what was the Diablo 2 experience, and I think that was a good thing. Treating this kind of more like an expansion, and then using that opportunity to do things like add a loot filter, change the stash. I think that's good. And if you prefer playing with the old stash, and create an expansion or classic character, right? Or don't buy this pack. So I think I'm pretty happy with how they've done this. Yeah, I do need to buy. I feel like my I key is not working every time I'm pressing it. Now I'm paranoid about it. And we can't throw anymore. All we can do is open a town portal. We're literally just let me poke you with my sharp, long stick. Is literally all we do right now. We're like, here's a new character with all these cool, fun new abilities, and I'm like, let me just fucking melee shit. You gave me an ability that makes me like a little bit better in melee combat. Let me pump that. Let me just fucking melee shit. But yeah, like the Sigil of Lethargy, I plan on like that's potentially a 1-point wonder. Because that just seems like it's great versus bosses, versus... It's like how Clay Golem will slow things with the hits it lands, right? So, like... It feels like that's a good one to at least put a single point in. I might try to invest in Tainted when we get up to that level to try out some of the summons. Or to try out summoning a little bit, right? Maybe that and Blood Boil, but might not go much further into Demonology than that. And then I might pick up like some Fire Skill or something also. Complement our abilities. Like a little bit from every tree. It might not be an optimal build, but like we check out more of what the Warlock has to offer. And kind of try and look at like, well, what is synergy together? Then sort of build up from there. Like, what's something I want to check out and try, and then what are its synergies, and we'll check out and try those. Ow.
I can't carry anymore.
Is kind of what I'm thinking in terms of build. I don't know. No promises on that. Hexbane. Oh, that. Hex is your weapon to impair enemies and add magic damage. Actually, yeah, that might be good. To at least a single point. And that lasts for a while, too. Warp enemies creating a chance they will erupt when hit. That one could be kind of cool too. Well, oh, the minus enemy attack rating goes off even. That's interesting. I assumed that, like, when it said lowers enemy defense, it would kind of be, like, just for your attacks, but I guess that helps everybody. Ah, there's the Cold Enchanted. Oh.
I am overburdened.
Hey, we got a chipped ruby. Our first chipped gem. What? Hold on. I don't think the Discord pings are coming across, but I'm getting pinged in Discord.
I can't carry anymore.
I don't know if I actually responded to where I was getting the pings from. I started chatting with somebody on a Discord server. Wait, where does... Oh, this actually goes to, like, where the cave is, but then... turns. That's kind of a funny path. I think what makes it, the Warlock's attack animation feel a little bit weird to me is a lot of the Diablo 2 animations are really good at making it feel like the weapon has...
Dead make for such poor servants.
Oh, taking shots at the Necromancer, I see. Saying that the undead make such poor servants. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Like, all of the animations with, like, characters swinging weapons feels like there's weight behind the attack and the hit. With him levitating the weapon, it just, there's nothing like that in D2 before. So it just looks slightly out of place, but not necessarily bad for what it is. Oh, we got our first book. ethereal, though. That sucks. Especially because durability is low. The game. Just don't get it by physical attacks for the Warlock that we're building as a physical attacker. Alright, let's head back to town and claim our reward. That's not my town portals.
I can hardly believe that you've defeated Bloodraven. Though she was once my closest friend, I pray that her tortured spirit remains banished forever. You have earned my respect, stranger, and the allegiance of the Rogues. I have placed several of my best warriors at your disposal.
If you were a warlock, you would levitate your long sword in a different area of your body. Well, see, kind of like how planes, like the front's not supposed to fall off. You're not supposed to levitate your weapons in your body, right? They're supposed to be outside of the body. So if you've got a weapon in your body, I think that's your problem right there. Actually, I'm tempted to do strength. Check something real quick.
Greetings.
Because, yeah, these need some strength. But the thing is, as I put more points into that, levitation mastery, it's like the need for strength kind of goes down. But I think this point is going to go somewhere different. I kind of want to check out Cleave. That also gives plus attack rating. But it's also 3 mana to use. And so I guess we start using mana potions. Because this also gets bonuses from Cleave, right? But I do want to point in Lethargy. I think I'm going to put this point there for now. And then... start pointing in the strength so I can use better weapons. And armor.
The Sisterhood welcomes you.
What did we get? Got a cold arrow.
It is clear that we are facing an evil difficult to comprehend, let alone combat. There is only one Haradrim sage, schooled in the most arcane history and lore, who could advise us. His name is Deckard Cain. You must go to Tristram and find him, my friend. I pray that he still lives.
It adds fire damage. That's all it does. And it's... oh wait, it repairs itself. I could use it.
I'll put that to good use.
Actually, I should probably... I'm gonna get more heavy on the health potions for now. Just until I get a better feel for how our mana consumption is gonna go. Or standard.
I'll put that to good use.
Guess we don't know what his breakpoints are for everything. What his percent faster hit recovery is and stuff.
I'll put that to good use.
She can wear that.
I'll put that to good use.
May I help you?
Oh, you know what? Is gems, materials, and runes shared? Because when I just put gold in on the gems tab, it went to shared. I also wonder if Chronicle is per character. Or if it is per count. Because there are rewards attached to it, so it might be like per account. Well, I guess that's why it's like the cool looking town portal, right? Because that one's gonna be like really hard to do. I'm gonna create a new game here. There's an interesting standing position there. Just felt like resetting the world here. Ellie must have cleaned up that fallen one. Holy Grail feel like baby mode. Actually, I guess Holy Grail does not include getting all of the rune words. Does it? Or does it include trying to do that normally? Just the runes themselves. Okay. It's kind of nice just seeing the spear levitate into those things and then they just die. Now 3 Zods, because what are the new words takes a Zod? Oh, I wonder too, like, if you play online and somebody gives you a rune word item, like, does that count in your chronicle as having had it, or do you have to actually for it to count in your chronicle? I hope it's you actually have to make it. Actually, wait, does it? Okay, it doesn't actually tell you what any of, like, the rune words are. Which is a little bit surprising that they don't... I mean, I get the new ones not telling you, but, like... not having, like, stealth and whatnot already, like... showing you at least what runes they are. Kind of funny. We need to find the way. That was twice in a row it blocked me.
And so it came to pass that the Countess, who once bathed in the rejuvenating blood of 100 virgins, was buried alive. And her castle, in which so many cruel deeds took place, fell rapidly into ruin. Rising over the buried dungeons in that god-forsaken wilderness, a solitary tower. like some monument to evil, is all that remains. The Countess's fortune was believed to be divided among the clergy, although some say that more remains unfound, still buried alongside the rotting skulls that bear mute witness to the inhumanity of the human creature.
I like when I'm able to find that while exploring.
I am overburdened.
There's the wave. There's the blacksmith.
I can't use this yet.
What's a punch look like? An experience. We'll grab that right before we do jump into around passage. Oh, waypoint's right here. I think that's our last stamina potion. Oh, cool, I can set it up enough for that. Alrighty. Well, she's dead. Jesus, what do these guys have? Frickin'... Oh, extra strong. Well, that explains that. Jiminy crickets. Extra strong archers in Diablo 2 just always hurt. Oh, and also, I just noticed, Sigil Lethargy doesn't just slow them down, it also increases the damage that you do. Well, not just you, but, like, everybody would do against it.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
That is sort of the question, like, will that actually end up having decent skills, or no? Yeah.
I am overburdened.
Bring it, Bobby.
I can't carry anymore.
Something there felt a little weird with the control, but okay. Oh. Interesting. Alright, this makes sense with a spear. So when you one-hand a weapon with a barbarian, right? Like if you one-hand like a two-handed sword or bastard sword or whatever, like you deal less damage with it. Right? Which makes sense. Like you're trading off a little bit of damage to one hand and wield something else in your other hand. I wonder if you still get the two-handed damage even if you one-hand a two-handed sword with the Warlock. I mean, it makes sense there's no difference with the spear because the spear's never had a one-handed damage value. It's my way. But yeah, I wonder now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to carry the frickin' scroll too.
Such an old tree. Pity its fruits are just this scroll.
The expansions on the expansion or Diablo 2 Resurrected in general. So I thought Blizzard put more of their stuff in Steam somewhat recently. Yeah, I can poke you through the fence. Can't touch me. Yeah. Hit him. Hit him. Why am I having so much trouble hitting? Jeez. I didn't find the way. D2R Infernal Edition, which is all of it. It doesn't run on Steam Deck? Or Steam Deck, rather. No, it's the Nintendo Switch version that you played on Steam Deck. That's interesting. I mean, what exactly is the difference between... It's interesting that they, huh. I mean, I imagine the games aren't all that different between console and PC. Oh, you can only do up to 4 players. Well, I mean, if you play with a controller, don't you get the same UI that you would get on the Wii? Or the Wii. Shit, on the Switch? Ooh. That's interesting. Wait, you get the superior PS5 Xbox UI on the Steam Deck? If you use a controller. Okay. I wonder, why did they make the Switch have a different UI? I don't think I've ever seen the Switch UI. I would like to find the waypoint, please. So that you suffer. Wait, where are you? A waypoint, my game for a waypoint. There it is.
Very good. I have translated the runes on this scroll. You must find the cairnstone.
Passing it once or twice, the entire camp is dead.
I have written.
The AoE abilities tend to be pretty nice like that.
Good morning.
4 to 68 damage. Alright. The 1 point in that. I think I kind of see how to tell when it's active. got like a reddish hue to it. I do 8 to 76. Cleave on. Yeah, we'll be putting our gems away.
Good to see you.
Hey, you don't even need to be on the right stash tab. That's kind of cool. Alright, I want to check something out. Oh wait, I can't use it though. I didn't put any in the dexterity, but I am curious. Yeah, it just lists the two-handed damage, so I think you get the full two-handed damage while one-handing the weapon.
Good day.
Kind of, it glows, because that's where it went. That's kind of neat. Probably get rid of those, or at least the spear, but we'll do that. You wonders. No. That doesn't have increased damage, so this is just going to be better for now. Although that does have fast attack speed. But a sword could potentially end up being worth it. Alright, let's go save. They did seem to be using two-handed axes a lot in the trailer.
This is what happens when half measures are taken with demons.
You know, having it's basically the addition of melee AoE into Diablo 2, kind of. Just not by default, right? It's through an ability, but at least we have a little bit of AoE now. Okay, and I can do... It seems like your attack is a little bit slower. Maybe? But we do AoE, so that's nice. And when we don't have mana, he doesn't just yell, "I don't have enough mana." He'll just do his regular attack. Which I mean, like, that's a normal thing for certain abilities in Diablo 2 to begin with, but Ellie, what are you doing? Why are you getting Griswold hugs? Oh, great, my Hex wore off. That Griswold fight went pretty well. Granted, we're level 9, I guess, but...
I am overburdened.
Help!
Go to the rogues camp now. I can't carry anymore.
Oh, I undid
As a token of my gratitude, I will identify items for you at no charge. Regrettably, I could do nothing to prevent the disaster which devastated Tristram. It would
Well, I
appear
mean,
that our greatest fears have
from what he said about this is what happens when you take half measures with demons, it kind of makes sense.
terror has once again been set loose.
That it would be like your parent when they're mad at you, tell you to go to your room.
DIablo was slain beneath
Like, Cain, Tristram is all your fault.
Our hero
Get to the fucking room.
emerged triumphant from the labyrinth beneath town. We held a grand celebration that lasted several days. Yet, as the weeks passed, our hero became increasingly aloof. He kept his distance from the rest of the townsfolk and seemed to lapse into a dark, brooding depression. I thought that perhaps his ordeal had been so disturbing that he simply could not put it out of his mind. The hero seemed more tormented every passing day. I remember he awoke many times, screaming in the night, always something about the East. One day he simply left, and shortly thereafter Tristram was attacked by legions of foul demons. Many were slain, and the demons left me to die in that cursed cage. I believe now that Tristram's hero was that
I'll be right back. I'm gonna
wanderer who passed
something.
this way before the monastery fell. I fear even worse, my friend. I fear that Diablo has taken possession of the hero who sought to slay him. If true, Diablo will become more powerful than ever before. You must stop him, or all will be lost.
Alrighty, I'm back.
You have risked your life to rescue Cain. For that we thank you. We must seek his counsel immediately.
Oh, this. Alright.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Deal.
Greetings.
Let me catch up on messages while I was AFK.
When I fled the monastery, I left behind the Herodric Malice, my enchanted smithing hammer. If you can retrieve it for me, I'll use its magic to strengthen your equipment.
Instead of being like, go destroy Diablo. And the mad butterflies, I'm just allergic to butterflies. Gonna be nice to be a melee character and actually be able to kill ghosts.
Good evening.
Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, Cain probably doesn't know actually about what to do with the Soul Stone. It's Tyrael that tells you how to destroy, like, to destroy the Soul Stones and how to do it. So Cain probably didn't know that part. Would be my guess. Can you use that? What? It's actually too high level for you. Okay. Time for our first Countess run. We're actually kind of building him as a melee character. Like, I plan on divesting a little bit, but... But do you get a better cleave angle, like, with levels, I wonder? I think you do. So I think level 1 was 135 degree, now this is 144 degree. But you could get a 360 cleave. I doubt it goes up that high, but... It'd be kind of sick. No Barbarian Vengeance Paladin. Yeah, I was thinking of doing Tainteds with Blood Boil. Not sure, it kind of feels like I attack a little bit slower. Even though it says plus attack speed. And I think the hex only lands on the thing that you clicked. Thing. Hard to tell right now because I deal so much damage, I pretty much one-shot a lot of things. And you can't hex the Bloodhawk nests. Anyway, so they aren't a good test.
I can't carry anymore.
It's not where I want to go yet.
It's locked.
Sorry, we punched the microphone there for a sec. Where is the waypoint and where is the tower? I wonder if they will do any balance changes to the Warlock prior to the ladder reset. Like maybe they released it a couple of days before, or like 4 days before the ladder reset. to let people play with it a bit, and they can kind of see like what they need to nerf or what they need to boost. Here's the tower. Oh, we just need the waypoint.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, that was kind of satisfying clear those guys. I think it was still applied, but $35 magic damage. Okay, so these generally seem to add melee damage, which is kind of interesting. I wonder, we've only found magical ones so far. I wonder if there are normal quality ones. Where's this waypoint? Port Harbor is filled with one swing of my barge. But like, really, where's the waypoint? right by the road here, and it just didn't show up on the minimap, and like I just missed it when I was running the road. Alright. Fuck me then, I guess.
Fresh blood smells far sweeter than this. I am overburdened.
The swipe and like 4 things dead is pretty satisfying. The re-attacks to clear that. Re-melee attacks to clear, I should say.
I am overburdened. Can't carry. I can't carry it.
I wonder if it would work good with the Warlock, but you could just carry your own insight. Not have to use like an act, be mercenary for it.
I can't carry it.
Okay, I think this does apply to cleave targets. Weapon hacks.
I can't carry anymore.
Just one-shotter.
I am overburdened.
Oh, hi, Taleth. Right off the first drops.
Donation.
Oh man, imagine the Chronicle rewards or per character. So like, to have the Cool Town portal in a ladder game, you'd have to make every reward on an individual character in a single ladder season. Or level 11.
Well done, my friend. Courage and opportunity together have created in you a kind of alchemy.
Yes?
Yes?
I think I'm gonna stick with the fire damage for now. This one mana. No one. But I mean that is a better damage. Probably better attack speed too. Oh no, that's actually tempting because of the +1 mana after each kill. I'll give it a try, but I'm not gonna get rid of the Bardache.
What can I do for you?
I mean, I can make that, but I can't use it. So I think I'll... Although I could answer the question. Right, so we made stealth. So that should list in here now. This is when it was first found. I have a feeling that's not going to be per character. It's technically damage. Also fast attack speed.
Hello?
See how this acts with, Oh, wait, actually, really quick.
day.
1%, yeah. So this doesn't work as a... Or at least with the rune words, it does not work like a, like a Holy Grail, unless at least in single player, if it's a file that you can get rid of, then maybe you could use it as a thing, but it does seem to be tied to your account and not like your individual character. That's a little bit disappointing. Holy Grail was never one character? Well, I mean, I never completed a Grail, but I always played it as one character, because I prefer to play solo self-found. Or, well, the solo part's less important on that, but self-found is the more important part.
Good day.
But it is cool to know, like, when you aren't purposefully tracking it, what you got with everybody. There's the unique. Huh? Those. I mean, we deal less damage with this, but we do attack a little bit faster. And we get mana after kills, so I kind of like this better than the enhanced damage Bartochet. Are all two-handed axes fast attack speed? So if so, maybe that's why they were showing off a two-handed axe in a lot of that footage. Like, we didn't one-shot count us. It took 3 shots, but That was still pretty nice overall of a fight.
Yes.
Hello.
I wonder if that's... Oh! Wait, we could have more demons with demonic mastery. Hmm. Oh, it shows you what you get based on the demon that you have summoned. So I wonder if you can only summon like one type at a time. Painted Extra set looks like it would go better with fire build than a melee build. He does have resist fire ore, that's kind of cool. Hmm.
The Order welcomes you.
Good to see you.
Let's deal, my friend.
I mean, we can't consume until we hit level 30 anyway, so... Is it just me, or are lightning enchanted shooting off lightning or charged bolts like way less than normal? It's kind of cool that the Tainted gives us the fire resist aura.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, Tome plus staff. Nice. That's right. You can any two-handed weapon you can use one-handed with this dude. These sisters succumbed so readily to the call of anguish. I can't carry anymore. Can't carry anymore. Tainted, do you wanna... He does not want to. Okay. There he goes. You're gonna do Paladin until you found out about this. That's fair. I mean, the class is pretty fun so far. I mean, I'm doing like a melee build. For now, at least. Me runes. Actually, something I wonder is if the absorption thing is only physical damage, or like, does it also absorb magic damage? It'd be melee or like physical attacks, physical damage, not melee. Which would kind of make sense with the things that it synergizes with, right?
I am overburdened.
You pick up like the rejuice. So you can put them in the stash now.
I can't carry anymore.
I don't think they stack in the stash, do they? Oh, they do. Okay, that's kind of cool.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay. That's actually, that is pretty nice.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Thanks so much for returning the Herodric Malice. I will now imbue one of your items with magical powers. Good evening.
Oh wait, you can't Can you get normal quality books? Because if not, then you can't imbue one. You can? Okay. I've only had 2 magical books drop so far. The one thing with the Tainted's fire resist aura is it seems like the range on it is pretty short and it tends to sit back and fire away. I also think with the consumability that Goatmen are probably better for the build that I'm doing. Oh, I think I was freaking out up there.
It is certain that we face the Demon Queen, Andariel, who has corrupted the Rogue Sisterhood and defiled their ancestral monastery. This does not bode well for us, my friend. Ancient Herodric texts record that Andariel and the other lesser evils once overthrew the 3 prime evils, DIablo, Mephisto, and Baal, banishing them from hell to our world. Here they caused mankind untold anguish and suffering before they were finally bound within the Soul Stones. Andariel's presence here could mean that the forces of hell are once again aligned behind DIablo and his brothers. If this is true, then I fear for us all. You must kill her before the monastery becomes a permanent outpost of hell, and the way east lost forever.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Oh, they got our materials. Interesting. I wonder what the maximum that you can stack is. Oh, actually, you know what? Something I'm wondering. Blood Oath. Plus 5% damage taken goes to your demon. Does that mean that if you take like say 100 damage, that your demon gains 5 life? Because doesn't the plus 9% damage taken goes to mana mean you gain 9% of the damage you take as mana? So if you took 100 damage, you would gain 9 mana? Or does it mean... Isn't that the way that works? That's not like a little mana shield. It's basically you gain mana for taking damage. Or is it like a little tiny mana shield? Or energy shield, I guess. Buy the demon instead. Okay. But am I right on the mana stuff with shields? I thought for some reason that was like a way to gain mana, not like like a minor energy shield on an item. We have a single Elder Rune right now. Only we could stack tools, but I get it because they all have different effects and stuff. Alright, I think I'm going to call it a night here. This has been pretty fun so far. New class to check out abilities and everything and play around. I'm sure by the time we get back to this, you'll probably be in hell difficulty or whatever in WG, but... or maybe at least nightmare. But yeah, I think I'm going to stop here because I'm getting tired. So I think it's time for me to just start chilling out and get ready for bed. I need to figure out what's going on with the camera, because this is the second time now where it has just kind of stopped shitting. So I figured out the mouse issue, but now the camera is being a problem, so I have to try and figure that out. But thanks everybody for hanging out today. This was an unexpected drop for Blizzard to give us, but oh, you cute little pet tainted. I don't know if you're actually the right demon I should go with for this build, but you're what I'm going with for now. But they just kind of surprised us with it, so I figured, all right, we'll roll with it. We'll do this today. Tomorrow, Diablo AI, daytime, probably this in the evening, because I want to progress this character further and such, and check out some more of the Warlock. Kind of spreading skills a little bit more than I really want to at the moment. That's partially because I want to check some stuff out as well, and like this skill doesn't tell you what you get for consuming the demons until you have it summoned. So I am kind of curious what the Defiler does, but I have to spend a skill point to figure that out, so I probably won't do that. But, alright, I'm calling it a night, and thank you everybody for hanging out. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate the support. Is there new stuff without paying for the DLC? You know, that's a good question. I don't think so. Do you know what we can check real quick actually before I sign off here for the night? I don't think, because we can still create like classic and expansion characters, right? So I have a feeling that this is going to be just the expansion stash. Yeah. Although they did make the page thing here instead of different tabs, but you don't get like the gem tab and everything. So I think you do have to buy the DLC in order to get the the new stuff. While it isn't a new act or new quests, like, it's a new class to play and some QOL stuff with the stash. That's pretty nice with the stacking items and everything. So really it's up to you to decide if that's worth $25 or if you want to wait for it to be on sale. I know a few people that are going to be waiting for it to go on sale at some point. But I wanted to check it out on launch day, so it seems pretty cool. And it's a couple of days before they do the ladder reset as well, which is probably why they timed it. Like, probably why they did it on this random Wednesday. Eugenics. I don't know what that is. But I'm going to be signing off. If you want to hang out tomorrow, Apex Rocket Land, we'll be doing Diablo 1 AI tomorrow during Eastern Standard Time daytime hours. And then we'll probably be playing this again in the evening. Alright, I'm headed off to bed. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Until then, take care.